Hi, hello, welcome to Veritex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Gorgeous. I'll be your oracle today. I'm here to preside over the 1111 Divine Lovers series for the first half of June. Okay. And there's some changes to the 1111 Divine Lovers series. The revolving door is different. It still handles karma. It's just, soulmates by definition are karmic. Okay. And if you expedite your karma quickly and you're conscious and you show up and participate in the union, it actually may convert. Your twin flame is you, it's yourself in a higher realm, and you can anchor it into the physical through a member of the soul group, but not if you're attracting karmic partners. If you're suppressing, repressing, projecting onto others, you're going to attract a karmic person to help you raise your vibration. Once you're at a specific frequency, you can begin to attract catalytic and twin flame. Okay. You may meet your twin flame several times in one lifetime through different faces. You may meet your twin flame one time. You may never meet your twin flame. You may be working with your twin flame right now in the spiritual if you're a light worker and not even know it. Okay. So we're going to do something different than you've ever seen. Now, for the next couple of videos, next couple of episodes of the 1111 Divine Lover series that comes out every other week, I may be, okay. For the next couple of weeks, I'm going to make this free for everybody, but understand eventually this is going to become one of the paid services, and it's nothing. I'm not going to announce anything right now, but it still will come out free. You'll just get a snippet of it, and so on the full moon, we'll talk about karmic. On the new moon, we'll talk about divine. It's the Divine Lovers Assessment all the same. That's the name of the spread that I'm using, and I teach it in the Mystery School. But on the new moon, we'll talk about the catalytic and twin flame love, and on the full moon, we'll talk about the karmic love. So on the full moon, you'll get a karmic assessment, and then you have to go to the membership area for the twin flame assessment. And on the new moon, you get the twin flame assessment, and you'll need to go to the membership area for the karmic. You see how that works? But for the next couple of episodes, I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. I need to get the website up and running. I've been very distracted doing other things. It's taken me a long time to get used to my new practice and craft. I woke up one day the reluctant guru. I'm a high priest. I'm not a priestess. I'm actually like the pope of my community. And I'm not tooting my own horn or anything. I don't want to say that again, frankly. I just had to adjust to a new normal, and Uranus is in my sixth house. It's been crazy. I'm learning a lot. It's actually kind of exciting when I'm not exhausted, and I love to check in with some of my clients, some of my students, some of my spiritual children. I would love to speak about it in the lodge, in the brotherhood, in the sisterhood. Um, so men, there's a lot more men coming to the practice, to the school. And if you came through and you were somehow neglected in any way, I apologize. There's another semester of the Mystery School opening up on June 22nd. I'm not going to announce it often, not until a week before, because the Mystery School is a mystery for a reason. It's an oral tradition. So get your 324 ready if you don't know me at all. And if you have come through in some way, shape, or form, you're an auditor, you're a previous student, if the ball got dropped, doesn't matter. You have to email me oracle at priestessgorgeous.org because I need to place you properly, okay? So don't worry about it. I don't want to drop any balls. I don't want to leave anybody behind. I've processed a lot of refunds. And even if you ask for a refund, still come through. You know, we were all learning together and we made a lot of mistakes together. I'll take full responsibility, 100%. Please come home when you're ready. I've worked through my shadow. I've worked through my karmas. Not that I don't have karma, but I've worked through the nitty gritty. Okay, so I'm welcoming you back home. I'm ready to receive you and take good care of you, and that's up to you. Okay, so anyways, let me talk to your heart today. All right. Now, presiding over this today will be the big Jupiter. So I love that spirit. I'm not going to say their name, but let's get in here and see what we got going on. I'm excited. I love. This is the reading that put me on the map, y'all. I was shuffling the deck. I forgot that we're doing a different reading. So I appreciate all of you, all of you, all of you. Thank you so much for your love, for your support. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm hearing that song Ace of Base. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding. People understanding. I don't know the lyrics, the words to that. I'm gonna butcher the lyrics because I don't listen to music in English. Okay. Oops. Wow. Okay. I lost it. You got to give it to me again. Okay. We got it. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. I had to let that out. I couldn't keep it in. Okay. Here we are. So I'm feeling really giddy and excited. I really want to go upstairs and make some food. So it's like an hour for dinner. I'm not sure whether to wait or just to go make myself something. I'm kind of lazy, so I'll probably just end up eating candy or dessert. So maybe I'll wait for dinner. All right. So we'll be using the oracle for, oh, by the way, I'll be using the Tarot of the Sun and Moon to deliberate my findings today, and that's by Vanessa Decourt. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely children's book artist from Belgium. I quite love her deck. Thank you to Sister Camille in Portland from the Temple of Pure Wholesome Butter here in Portland. She introduced me to that deck. And Miss Jessie, hey, hello, how are you? Just a quick shout out. And we have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay. Oops. Oopsie. Life is demanding. Okay, dokie. Trust. Your situation is calling you to have faith. In response to your question, the romance angels ask that you trust everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring your blessings and personal growth, or to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading to the beautiful romantic love that you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you are currently on, trust that it is leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which in turn attracts positive experiences and people, including your romantic partner. This truly is a situation where, with faith, all things are possible. Okay, so if you're a spiritual worker like me and you're married to God, your twin flame is your spirit that you work for, your patron. Okay, sort of. All right, so I'm seeing here on Earth. Okay, so the masculine is on this side, the feminine is on this side, and the feminine and the masculine are not respective of your general anatomy. In the twins, every nodal shift every 18 months or so, they tend to change their role in the connection. A true twin union is going to embody both. Both people will embody both. They'll just switch for half of a Saturn cycle. So first half of the Saturn cycle, the man might be masculine. For the second half of the cycle, the man might be feminine. And then again, it's not respective of your gender. The energy that gets expedited outward into the world, that's the masculine. The energy that receives, the person who receives the energy from the world and reflects it inwardly, that's the feminine. Okay, so there we go. Because I have non-binary, third gender, all of that. I myself am a two-spirit priestess. Initiated, by the way. Rainbow priest in the house. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, so here we are. Well, down here on Earth, like I was talking about the rainbow, it seems like in this connection, the masculine is Well, maybe they're trying to heal something. I'm already detecting that they're going through a marriage. So your true twin is still wrapped up in other responsibilities. It in the heavens, they're practicing looking for discernment, and you're trying to get to higher ground. You may be on a pilgrimage, you may be going towards spiritual practices, principles. You're going on a journey through your divinity, through your spirituality. You're going on a journey to your authentic self. And so, feminine, I would just already advise you, worry about yourself right now. Masculine, get out of whatever situation. There's karma here that you need to leave behind. Energy is emotion. You're getting the ball rolling towards this. You are going towards. See this for the masculine. This disappointment is, unless you have your moon in. This may or may not be you. I'm hearing divorce a lot right now. So already I need to start the reading. So we'll go into deliberations right now. So just so you know, I'm laying another layer because it's 11 by 11 cards. That's the 1111 Divine Lovers series, and it's also called the Divine Partnership Assessment. And I teach it in the Mistress School. So this is moving on, moving forward. We do have a twin connection here right now. It's in karmic expediations and healing through crisis. Now, unless you have your moon in Aquarius or Gemini masculine, you are going through a divorce. Something happened. The feminine may have also left you. It's a new moon. So this month we talked to the masculine. Next month we talk to the feminine, and the month after we'll be talking to the masculine again. So masculine, feminine, you're here clearly. You're the one watching. 94% of my viewers are female. So it seems like there's two options here. If you're not going through a divorce, you might be heartbroken because you felt like you were abandoned and you've wanted to reconnect with the feminine for some time, but they might have cut you off and you might not have wanted to stick your leg between your head between your tails and go back to them. He or she, they, most likely she. Now, you're clear that there's just a lot of agendas, and you may be becoming clear. Your focus is on glory, triumph, victory. You're going to need to go back towards them because there's a spiritual agreement here, and you're becoming very clear and aware of it right now. I got to be honest, you for the feminine is karma. You're going to have to go back to them because masculine, there's something unended in a karmic cycle. The sacrifice to make is for you both to go forward clearly into the future. For you, masculine, it'll embody itself in your life. Like you've got to get the energy moving, you've got to align, and you've got to use your discernment and just go for it. And again, I do want to be honest. If you try to walk away from this connection, you will be compelled back into it. We have Cupid's arrow here. Feminine, you're going forward trying to build your life up. I see that you're looking into spiritual practices. I don't feel that you're going to tarot readings asking about them anymore. You're out on the board, feminine. The masculine is not. But the twins here, we have the Lover's card and the Twin Flame card. Whenever I see the Lover's card and the Temperance card, it does mean that there's Twin Flame. You guys are still expediting karma, though, with the Devil. But it has healing. So healing from crisis, healing from trauma, healing from karma. It can be believing in the worst. The masculine would be the one believing in the worst. The feminine doesn't even know that the masculine is going to come back for most of you. The masculine is looking into strength, courage, and wisdom. Strength, courage, and wisdom. I'm hearing that. Strength, courage, and wisdom. India Ari is the artist. Strength, courage, and wisdom. You can Google the lyrics, strength, courage, and wisdom, comma, space, India Ari. You'll find it. Have at it. Have fun. Yeah, it's strong. Running around in circles, lost my focus. That's a different song, and that's the masculine. No, that's the feminine. See, the masculine needs strength, courage, and wisdom. The feminine, the little things. You need to lean into your connection with grace, with divine grace. You're blessed. The universe favors you. Feminine. The overall nature of the situation, the feminine is watching the masculine find strength, courage, and wisdom. Don't be waiting for him, girlfriend. The thing about this connection, it's a karmic soulmate right now, turning into a catalytic situation where it will have the potentiality for a twin flame situation. You will need to negotiate it at a time other than now for a lifetime partnership. I'm glad the moon's not here because ultimately you guys will need to resolve this in this lifetime, which is another reason why the devil's coming, because the way that is looking on the masculine is they're not going to come forward. See, the feminine, in order for you to master your divinity, you're going to need to have another run in with him and stand in your self worth and value. So if love's not at the table being served, you have to get up and walk. That's part of the soulmate union. If it's not a flow, it's not a go. And if you have any of the conditioning and the programming and the karma and the shadow in you that convinces you to stick around when you're not getting your needs met, that's part of the karma. The devil is karma. So if the love is not flowing, turn your cup over and go. Doesn't mean it's not going to work. It means, well, and he will be turned on by your self worth and value too. Talk to her like she was somebody, like you talk to your daughter. Don't be smart with her, have a heart to heart with her, just like you would with your mother. I know I butchered that. And everything you do or say, you got to live with it every day. So you're eating your words. um I'm sorry, masculine. You got a big ego. Such a big ego. Buddy. Listen, lover, it's like it. It's how it is, homie. Listen, buddy. Let me tell you how it is. Okay, listen. A real divine masculine, it's not about your strength. It's about your strength to go on in despite of the circumstances. See, what attracts a woman isn't your money, isn't all that stuff. And if she's attracted to that, listen, unless she has some Capricorn in her chart, you need to walk. You need to walk. You need to walk. She can have her Mercury in Capricorn. Somebody has their moon in Aquarius, maybe moon in Gemini. Somebody has their Mercury in Sagittarius, a Mercury in Taurus, Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury in Capricorn, Mercury in Taurus. I know I said that, but it's coming through again. Saturn in Pisces, Saturn in Sagittarius. What attracts a woman to a man? What attracts the divine feminine to the divine masculine? See, the divine feminine provides balance, the divine masculine provides stability. So, divine masculine, if you don't know what you want for your life, a true divine feminine is not going to know how to support you. Yes, the feminine receives. Yes, the man needs to provide. But it's not a monetary exchange. If you give a woman a house, she will give you a home. If you give a woman food, she will give you a meal. If you give a woman love, she will give you devotion. She's going to take whatever you give her and transmute it to its highest vibrational octave, turn it into its highest vibrational outcome. If you're providing stability, she's providing you balance and enjoyment. You hear what I'm saying? So if you give her a ton of shit, she's going to give you a load of crap. If you give her a load of crap, she's going to give you a ton of shit. So you need to have a bright light that's going to fill up her cup. The water soaks up the light. She needs to know who she is. You, boyfriend, need to know what you want. A woman is not going to support a man who doesn't know which direction in life he's heading. Because you know what? She's going to break up with you eventually because she's always motivating you to get out and get something, to go out and make something. So if you don't have a burning desire, how are you going to let her spark? You hear what I'm saying? You feel me? You hear me? Okay. Now, y'all are moving forward in somehow, some way, some shape, some form, but I feel like it's moving karmic cycles forward. Things are culminating, moving out to their highest vibrational outcome. In the heavens, or the overall situation, self-worth and value for her, strength is a wisdom for him. The obstacle is that he needs to try one more time. He's very aware of this connection. Now, for her, she thinks it's over, and now she's going out to develop herself. There's a call to action on her arm because she's working on her flow, her financial flow. She's working on creating abundance in her life. She's expanding her material realms, maybe even her financial prospects. She might have a new job. She might have a new spiritual business. Something's been clearly left behind. Now I can see that the feminine would be more faithful into the connection, even if it's over, than the masculine would. The masculine will be in his mind thinking about that one little thing that could have went a different way. That's why he's not coming back. She might have even said, this isn't working for me. Well, if somebody says this isn't working for me, the response will be, what are your needs? Can you clearly define them? What is this that you perceive is also what I would ask. How is it that you're perceiving this reality? Can we agree on some wording, the definition of some words that we're throwing around at each other? Okay, now that I know where you are, and now that I understand your hypotheses, that I reject your hypotheses, I might accept your conclusion if you can clearly define what your needs are. Y'all don't need to be as come correct as I am. Okay, I'm another level, and I know it. Okay, some abstract version of that, though, please. If somebody says this isn't working for me, your response is, what are your needs? Not, what do you mean by that? Don't get your ego in the situation. There ain't no room for it. Ain't no time for it. Strength, courage, and wisdom. Strength, courage, and wisdom, Mr., Mrs., self-worth and value. Now, the sacrifice to make is that masculine has multiple things going on. The higher self needs to come through. Feminine, sacrifice to make is go on the journey to expand your financial prospects, your material matters. You might even be working on some health stuff, but that would mean your health suddenly frees up. I do that. You know, I'm a Cancer. I can die from a broken heart. I have my Venus in the 8th house in Cancer. I can die from a broken heart. So sometimes I'm connected to a twin. We're not together. Sometimes I feel them, and suddenly I'm like carrying a broken heart for 5-10 minutes. If I don't do that work, it's the next day I'll be physically ill. So feminine, if you've been catching weird illnesses that don't make no sense, have no clear defined origin, is you're in heart-to-heart communication. But since the masculines recently come out of some type of mental addiction, and you, feminine, might have love addiction, running around chasing down love, trying to find a realistic, don't worry about it. Connect to yourself, connect to your spirit, connect to whomever your goddess is. Mostly Hathor, Bast, may to a lesser degree be Sekhmet for some of you. Bast, Hathor, Bast, Sekhmet. I'm hearing Inanna. Okay. When you first start working with Inanna, call her Ishtar, please. That might be too much energy for you to handle. It's really up to you, my love. Now, the evolving situation is this karma will be healed from, this karma will be confronted. But see, for the masculine, he's going to have trouble apologizing, trouble coming up and saying things. The feminine will be very forgiving, but she will ask direct questions about what is actual, factual, is reliable, and what could be built upon for the future. The masculine might have some challenges with that. But there's healing all the same. So my findings are that things are coming out into the light. This is, in fact, a twin situation. My recommendation is to allow the karma to dissipate so that the cycle and the union can step back or step into, finally, the physical. My official findings here, especially for the feminine, will be that starting cycles of spiritual initiation, spiritual fulfillment, spiritual development will overall drive the cycle forward for the both of you. My recommendation for you, masculine, strength, courage, and wisdom, hope, faith, and optimism, period, point blank. Leave this karma in the past and trust. The situation is calling you to have faith. It's been an honor and pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. We're going to go ahead and move over to the karmic assessment. Next series, on the 17th, it will start with the karma and end with the twin flame. Since it's the new moon, we'll start with the twin flame, end with the karma. Okay. Talk to her like she was somebody, like you talk to your mama. Don't be smart with a have a heart to heart with it, just like you would with your daughter. Oot, 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 oot. It's funny because these twin flame readings seem more like karmic, and the karmic readings seem more like twin flames, but it's subtle nuance. I'm qualified to have an opinion here, so I'll do my due diligence. But would it? Okay. Everything you do or say, you got to live with it every day. See somebody's baby, see somebody's sister, see somebody's daughter. All right. It seems like, whoo, okay. So in the heavens again, there's a reunion. You guys are running back into each other. And whomever left will be returning. The person who did the leaving will be the one coming back. So we're going to have to do 2 exchanges here because the wild card has come out. And everything you do or say, you got to live with it every day. See somebody's sister, see somebody's mama. Okay, I see very clearly. So keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. The romance angel sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may be different from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type. of an individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you have already been introduced to this person but have overlooked their potential for romance. Take the time to get to know the various individuals you meet, even if there is not an initial attraction. At the very least, you will learn more about yourself and make a new friend. Well, somebody is already looking at you for passion because this keep an open mind is on the grounds of release your ex. That's on their side, not yours, but it might be both of you might bond over releasing your ex. Passion. So they're going to bring some passion in your life. Allow your heart to sing with joy. So this may be a person introducing themselves as a friend, but they always want to do fun things with you. They're really attracted to you. You've known each other before. It's a past life connection. So you'll feel it. You'll feel it. It'll speak itself to you. Reconciliation. Somebody from your past is returning to your life. So it's somebody that didn't work out in a previous lifetime and they're coming back in this lifetime to work out. And we don't have a twin connection here. We don't have a twin flame union here. We don't even have a soulmate connection here. Now, there is karma to expedite from a previous lifetime. The judgment card, the moon card, the will, and the judgment, justice, moon, and wheel are all indications of past lifetime connection. There's 5 cards. The Lovers is the one missing. Now the divine masculine is out. So feminine, the divine masculine is in your life right now. And even though this is a karmic partnership, it seems to me to be catalytic. Because whenever the judgment card is here, it means somebody's previous is coming into your life again, this lifetime, to bring you to a certain level. So it is very catalytic. And everything you do or say, you got to live with it every day. So you might have said something to them to shoo them off, and they're not shooed off yet, but you're already dismissing them. But the sacrifice to make would be recognition of the cycle, recognition of the connection, recognition of this eternal emanation in this current lifetime. This is about manifesting, looking at your options. For whatever reason, I always have the Hangman card upright because this is the sleeping God for me, or Jesus, and for whatever reason he went reverse. So over the next 3 weeks, you will come into awareness, enlightenment, illumination of this connection. It will be sudden. And you may have been in trauma or healing from trauma, or there may be something you see in them that you don't want to revisit. This is your person. They're helping you get your spirit to a level of consciousness, feminine. Let me say the cards. On the masculine side, Il Torre, the Tower, La Justicia, the Justice card, La Ermitaña, the Hermit, Il Justizio, the Judgment, ending in La Morte, in reverse, the Death card. I love all cards of the tarot except the Devil. That's the one I don't like. It's the only one I don't like. And I'm an avid person of saying that all the time. La Peso, the Hangman. Now it came out upright. I always I read it in reverse, but there we go. So it's saying in the next 3 weeks, you'll recognize this and it'll be starting recognition. On the feminine side, we have La Imperatore, the Emperor, La Ruota, the Wheel of Fortune, or Destiny, or Karma, La Pesa, the High Priestess, ending on the feminine, La Luna, again in reverse. I read it in reverse. It did come out in reverse. So we had, as far as you're concerned, this for easy language. In reverse, we have the Hangman and the the death card come out. So this is release. Something should have ended and it hasn't ended, and it's coming back around again for a final ending. You thought it died and it didn't, or you might not think it dies because you're having this recognition here. So you would think it died if it died and it didn't if there were no other Saturn energies. Unfortunately, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 Saturn cards on the masculine side. So this is karma. They are a karmic force for you. You're opening up the door for them to come around and close out a cycle. Now, it's a door is opening, it's not already open. Because you have no Saturn on your side, and they have nothing but Saturn. This is Venus in Libra, okay? But it also, remember, Saturn is exalted in Libra, and in the mystery school where I teach you that it can be Venus or Saturn for this card. All right, so it's Venus in Libra, also known as Ma'at, also known as Oya, also known as Chamba, okay? With that 9 of Wands, it means over the next month, things are going to align. So by the time that we hit the full moon, the seed will be planted. That'll be on the 17th of June. There should be another video coming out that'll talk to you about the remaining 19 days of that cycle. I know the math might not make sense, but it makes sense to me. You got to learn the timing indicators in the mystery school. This person, see, feminine, you're the one down this week. This reading for the karmic, at least, because, well, you're focusing. See, you petition the universe for exactly what you want, but there's something in the way, and it seems to be like you're thinking. It's nothing about your thinking. You're just kind of immature. There's something about yourself you need to understand spiritually before you look for a lover. Okay, so you just got to deal with homeboy here for a minute to come up and get your initiation. You hear what I'm saying? You need to expedite some energies. Also, you guys may have known each other in this lifetime, but I highly doubt it. It's coming to me very strongly from a previous lifetime. Oh, I'm sorry to go here. And if you're really new to the twin flame, I am of the opinion that most people are unqualified to have an opinion about soulmates and twin flames. Having said that, I'm going to say this, take it with a grain of salt. Do not become reactive. That is my intention for the disclaimer. I don't typically like coming with a disclaimer, but it does happen from time to time. I am under the impression that this is either your father or grandfather. You would have known them in this lifetime as your father or grandfather, whoever is deceased. This person's coming back through. And listen, on the third dimension, we think of things like man, female, gay, straight. That shit don't exist when you leave the physical dimension, okay? So you hear the word father, lover, and you think incest. Okay, in the third dimension, yes, it is. Not in the higher realms. Everybody's from the soul group. A soulmate could be your mother, your teacher, your brother, your pet, your uncle, your father, grandfather, don't matter, your professor, your neighbor. Okay? That's all of them are soulmates. Twin flame will become a lover, that's true. Yes. Okay. But you have to understand, soulmates, there's a river called call it the Rainbow River, okay? Oshun lives in that river, by the way. Okay. Now, the reason you're born into whatever family you're born from is because out of the body in that Rainbow River, you're of the same color. You're of the same vibration, the same frequency. So when you come out of that river through the womb of your mother, you come into one specific family because your whole family in the astral realm, you vibrate the same. So even sometimes it feels like your mother is not your real mother. You might have a connection to one parent, or you might know that in the previous lifetime, you were your mother's mother. Now, in this lifetime, you're her daughter. Example, you guys just came to the same astral waters. You might not be from the same star family. That makes sense. So this person coming to you, Divine Feminine, is your grandfather or your father. Most likely your grandfather, unless your father is deceased. That makes sense. Their job is to come through and hold a lantern up to your shadow, shine a light into your dark place to help you confront some things. You're depressed or sad or stricken, you're carrying around some type of wounding, they're going to come and burst that apart. They're going to wrap up a cycle for you completely. Well, they're going to make you confront it. You're the one wrapping it up. The overall situation is that you're going to have a very scary recognition of this person. They're already in your life. There is they may be a lawyer, a barrister, they may run some type of legal aid business. They could have their Saturn in Libra, their moon in Libra. They could have their Mars in Aries. You could have your Venus in Scorpio. You could have your Mercury in Cancer. You could have your moon in Virgo. You may also have your sun in Libra, but that's a lesser degree. So again, Mercury in Scorpio, moon in Libra, moon in Virgo, Mars in Scorpio, Saturn in Libra, Saturn in Sagittarius. There's some Aries energy here. I'm not able to pick it up. Sun in Libra. Okay, so you could have your Saturn also, somebody, him or you, can have your Saturn in Aries. That's a tough one. Saturn in Aries is a tough one. So that person would come into your life and they would just, they're going to seem like they're motivating you all the time, and it's just going to add stress and structure to your life that's not. They may come in and bust open your life completely and disappear. You might have to get rid of them. It's going to be a hostile energy. So I can tell why this couple doesn't stay together forever. It's going to spin itself out really quickly. With all this Saturn, that's another word for K2. So when you have and it seems like either your Jupiter or your moon is going to be aspecting their K2. Listen, I'm doing heavy duty magic. Y'all can't touch me. Y'all can't touch me. Got to explain in the mission school. It'll take you 13 weeks to learn one method. Sorry to go there, but I had to because I can hear somebody emailing me with their little whatever. How do you do what you do? 23 years of practice. I'm seeing somebody's moon aspect in K2. All this Saturn energy would be K2. And then it's going to spin itself out with this Five of Cups in reverse. That happens whenever you have a strong energy in your chart and it aspects a person's K2. It means you guys will have a magnetic attraction, or they'll be attracted to you magnetically, and then eventually it'll loosen up. It'll loosen up its grip. Unlike K2, unlike Rahu, it will become obsessive. K2, it will be magnetic in the beginning and then it'll spin itself out. You got to keep an open mind because they're going to be coming at you with all these ideas and you're going to have to get rid of them eventually. It'll just happen organically. Y'all guys may come together, fall apart, come together, fall apart, come together, fall apart. There is that energy here. We have Uranus and the pillar. So the funny thing is the soul group that you belong to is a Uranian one. It's funny because I'm hearing that you're a Chamba child, so a Ya, Oshun, anything like that, Venusian energy, and then he is a Haviosa child, Jupiter the sun. He's going to be older than you, or if he's not older than you, like significantly older than you, then he's going to still have a very strong mature energy. Not only that, you can't stand next to him and hide. That's going to upset you. See, what's going to happen is you're gonna give him the time of day, but you're going to quickly turn your back on him, and then your life is going to keep leading you over to where he's at. And he may be coming and checking on you all the time. Okay, again, Moon in Libra, Mercury in Scorpio, Sun in Aries, Venus in Scorpio, Saturn in Aries, Moon in Virgo, Mercury in Aries, Mars in Virgo, Mars in Aries, Mars in Scorpio. Yeah, that's very Rahu K2. Mars combined with Saturn, very Rahu K2. Now, if you work a lot with Anubis, Ampu, Fotwala, it's here. I won't talk more about it. It's not the place for that. I'm getting a lot of strong energy here. So it's very clear to me what's going on. This is the reading for you. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If you'd like a divine partnership assessment, I'm actually doing like a 63% off discount. The coupon and the promotion will be in the show notes. Check that out. I'll talk to you soon. Peace, love, light, unity, harmony, resplendent grace, and abundance. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.